Us men these days, man, we're a generation raised by women, and influenced by women greatly. You look at the stats, single parenting by women, it's skyrocketed. You go into universities, there are more women invested than men. There are more female teachers as well than men invested. The numbers are astronomical. Even in secondary school as well. So we're getting influenced and being raised, by women, us generation of men. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing completely, but you do need that balance of masculinity. That father. The advantages of having a father at home. It's so critical, man. So I'm just gonna go over some points where you can learn from the father at home. Even I was go as far as to say that a very strict father at home, right? You still learn some stuff from him than having no father at all. First of all, start with confidence. Like the confidence your father gives to you. It's different from the confidence your mother is gonna give to you. It's so different, man. As I remember this once in when I was secondary school, I think I made a video about that. That one girl I had a crush on for like 2 years. So the first time I made a move on her, right, was because of what my father said to me. So I was going to school that morning. He walked with me to the bus stop. My father was no role model as a father. Let me state that there. But there's those little moments, you have that are critical, that impacts you for a while. So my dad said to me, he said, you're very handsome, my mom calls me handsome all the time and this and that, but the way my father said it to me, it made me want to do something, it made me proactive with it. He said, you're a very handsome boy. He said, you must have a girl that you have a crush on or something, that you can get any girl you want, you just have to be confident and go talk to her. And, that was it, said to me that day. I don't know if he knew if I had a crush or he probably have no idea about it. It was just one of those, slight conversation. So that alone, as I said, my mom has said, you're handsome, you're this, you're that. It comes in there, it goes out the other ear. But when my dad said that to me, he only said it to me. I could That's the only time I actually remember my father saying something like that to me. So that, it made me believe more in myself, that shit, maybe I can get, you know, that girl in school. Maybe I want to make a move on her. It was the first time I spoke to her. She turned me down anyway, but yeah. But yeah, there's something, there's confidence your father can give to you. This is just one example. There's the same way your father would look at you, talk to you, that your mother would never ever make that impact on you. And there's other ways your mother would make impact on you that your father would not make impact on you, you know. But I'm gonna stick to the father stuff. Father being at home, it makes you more masculine as a person, as a man. You learn how to be more masculine. And talking about the way your father talks, the way he walks, the way he carries himself, and all that shit, it builds you up. You learn from not what you hear, you learn from what you see. You take it, you absorb it, and then you act like that. So your father being at home with you, you're going to pick up those masculine traits for him. You're going to learn how to be a man most of the time, how to treat a woman, how to handle things, difficult things. You're going to learn those stuff. Another one is that your father will teach you how to hustle, how to be hardworking. Because forget about what, contrary to what unpopular opinion these days, that women they work the same rate as men. They can do whatever man can do. At the end of the day, a woman wants a man who's doing better than her. That's what she wants. She That's why women, they get married to older men are 3-4 years older than them, or 4-5 years older than them, and men who's more successful than them. That's what a woman wants, to take care of them. Ultimately, that's what a woman wants. So your father, usually that's the type of men women want. So growing up with a father in the house would show you what a man does, that No matter how bad his day is, he's still gonna get up, he's gonna go to work, he's gonna hustle because he's got a family to take care of. Again, it's not it's not like your father is gonna tell you this. You're gonna see it happening day to day, and you're gonna learn how to do that. It's gonna impact you in ways that you know that a single mom cannot do. So number one, your father will teach you how to complain less. Again, that comes to the masculine thing. Again, men, we don't really complain much. We try to, whatever problem will get in our way, we try to solve that shit, come up with a solution. We try to fix shit. That's what we do. You know, I don't know how many of you guys live with fathers that is just complaining all the time. Men will rarely do that. That's a feminine trait, complaining. Your father is gonna teach you how to have a tougher skin, how to persevere. Father, you see that from him. You'd learn. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? No, man, we're just cool, man. We're cool, man. Shit. If I'm in the house, you just learn how to be a lot more cooler, man. These days, man, all the men, most bitch made niggas, man, they're so feminine. They're so soft. They don't know how to hold their ground or stand their ground. They break easily. They give up. It's pathetic, and it's one main reason because of the lack of fathers in the house these days. Because single moms, the government becomes our surrogate fathers, and they don't really do anything really except just yeah. So those are my points of why having a father around is important. Or if you, like I said, I didn't grow up with a father in the house like that. But if you could look for a father figure, that would be important as well. For me, it was Jordan Peterson. I don't know if you heard of it. It was the first person who changed my views with that noticed why it's important to have again father teachers. I covered that about hustling and hard work responsibility. Jordan Peterson was the first man I saw that actually taught me about you need to be responsible as a man. That's where you're gonna get your happiness from. That's where you're gonna get your meaning in life from, for being responsible, taking up responsibilities. That's again what you pick up from father. Find a father figure if you don't have one for you young bucks. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Fathers are important, man. They're important, man.